Robert McDonald's been on the job for just 3 months. He, though, has just announced a number of ambitious initiatives meant to better serve the nation's military veterans. Joining us with more is Connor O'Brien. Connor is a staff writer at CQ Roll Call, who is following Secretary McDonald's plans to really shake up the VA. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. Can you just give us a brief background of why a shakeup is needed at the VA?
Well, allegations came to light this spring that there was a manipulation of the department's scheduling system that concealed grossly high wait times at regional VAs, particularly around Phoenix, Arizona. But the department's inspector general, their internal watchdog, has since expanded investigations to about 90 facilities, and it caught Congress's attention. They passed a law which gave greater access to private care for veterans to cut those wait times, and also allowed for greater ease for the secretary to fire senior employees. And it also resulted in the original Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Eric Shinseki, resigning.
The new secretary is Robert McDonald. He's announced a series of pretty aggressive initiatives to get the VA on course. Let's go through those. The first one, disciplinary actions, including some firings.
Sure. Well, I believe in his 60 Minutes interview, he said that he had sent about 35 disciplinary actions to the Hill and was monitoring another 1,000. I was at an event he did with the press last week where he said he had sent over 40 to the Hill and was monitoring another 2,000 employees for potential separation. But however, that has been a source of tension between him and the Hill, particularly Republicans who have thought that he's not moving fast enough given the authority that he's been given. But he has stressed that the authority that he's been given for senior employees is really only a small percentage of the people for whom disciplinary action needs to be taken, and there's a due process involved here.
To do that. All right. Also, he's established a chief customer service officer. How would this man or woman, what would their duties likely include?
Basically to orient the procedures, the processes that VA goes through to better serve, to be more attentive to the customer, the veteran. Secretary McDonald, since he was nominated, and as a lot of people know, he's the former chief executive of Procter & Gamble, the consumer giant. He has said often, the veteran's the customer, just like someone who's buying Tide is Procter & Gamble's customer. So he has made it a focus to orient things towards the veteran. That's what you saw with the framework that was announced yesterday. So that's in theory what this person is going to do, and it will report directly to him.
Last week, we started with the firings, disciplinary action. He also is looking to recruit and hire thousands of medical professionals for VA hospitals. So who are we talking about here exactly?
Well, we're talking about nurses, we're talking about doctors, we're talking about clinicians. The rough estimate he gave the Senate when he went up there and testified over the summer was tens of thousands. The number that's been used, I think the most specific number that's been used has been 28,000 openings that they want to fill. But people paying attention to the Secretary's schedule will see that he's gone across the country to different medical schools making his pitch. And in fact, I got to see him at Howard Medical School a couple weeks ago, and his pitch was very frank. My name's Bob, and I'm here to hire you. So he's been talking up the research that VA does, the medical research that's very unique to veterans, about new financial incentives in terms of higher pay and loan repayment that can attract medical professionals. So he's cast that as a years-long effort, but he's been working on that for the last several months.
Okay, I know you'll be following it. We'll be reading your reports with Roll Call, CQ Roll Call, and we appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you. Happy Veterans Day.
Okay. Same to you. Connor O'Brien with CQ Roll Call.